Hello everyone, I am Laura and today we are going to learn about the negative effects of global warming. But first of all, we are going to review the vocabulary related to this topic. So first, atmosphere. It is the layer of gases that surround our planet and it's held in place by the gravity of the Earth. Basically, the atmosphere is the gases that surround our planet. Climate. It is the weather conditions prevailing in an area in general or over a long period. Temperature. It is a physical quantity that expresses hot and cold. In other words, it measures the amount of heat on our planet. Global warming. It is a phenomenon of increasing average air temperatures near the surface of Earth over the past 1 to 2 centuries. Greenhouse effect. It is the warming that happens when certain gases in Earth's atmosphere trap heat. These gases let in light but keep heat from escaping, like the glass walls of a greenhouse. Greenhouse gases. They are the gases that trap heat in the atmosphere: carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. These gases are composed 28% of transportation, 10% agriculture, 20% industry, 10% commercial and residential, and 32% electricity. Carbon dioxide is composed of 82% of these causes. Now we are going to watch a short video about the global warming, and we are going to study the vocabulary related to the vocabulary that we already seen. Wait for a minute.
For 2.5 million years, the Earth's climate has fluctuated, cycling from ice ages to warmer periods. But in the last century, the planet's temperature has risen unusually fast, about 1.2 to 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Scientists believe it's human activity that's driving the temperatures up, a process known as global warming. Ever since the Industrial Revolution began, factories, power plants, and eventually cars have burned fossil fuels such as oil and coal, releasing huge amounts of carbon dioxide and other gases into the atmosphere. These greenhouse gases trap heat near the Earth through a naturally occurring process called the greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect begins with the sun and the energy it radiates to the Earth. The Earth and the atmosphere absorb some of this energy, while the rest is radiated back into space. Naturally occurring gases in the atmosphere trap some of this energy and reflect it back, warming the Earth. Scientists now believe that the greenhouse effect is being intensified by the extra greenhouse gases that humans have released. Evidence for global warming includes a recent string of very warm years. Scientists report that 1998 was the warmest year in measured history, with 2005 coming in second. Meanwhile, readings taken from ice cores show that the greenhouse gases carbon dioxide and methane have hit their highest levels in the past 420,000 years. Arctic sea ice is also shrinking. According to NASA studies, the extent of Arctic sea ice has declined about 10% in the last 30 years. As long as industrialized nations consume energy and developing countries increase their fossil fuel consumption, the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere will continue to rise. Researchers predict that temperatures will increase about 2 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit by the end of the century. What's less certain is what rising temperatures mean for the planet. Some climate models predict subtle changes. Others forecast rising sea levels which could flood coastal areas around the world. Weather patterns could change, making hurricanes more frequent. Severe droughts could become more common in warm areas, and species unable to adapt to the changing conditions would face extinction. Although much remains to be learned about global warming, many organizations advocate cutting greenhouse gas emissions to reduce the impact of global warming. Consumers can help by saving energy around the house, switching to compact fluorescent light bulbs, and driving fewer miles in the car each week. These simple changes may help keep the Earth cooler in the future.
Well, this was an interesting video, don't you think? Now we are going to study what this topic of global warming with the present perfect tense. We use present perfect to talk about something that started in the past and continues in the present, or things that are important in the present. What is its structure? It is subject plus has or have, depending on the person, plus past participle of the verb, plus complement. So we have two examples here. I have learned English since 2000. And she has lived in Colombia for many years. As you can see, the verb have or has changes depending if it is the third person or another person, another pronoun. We will use has always in the third person, she, he, or it. Examples from the video. The Earth's climate has fluctuated. The planet's temperature has risen unusually fast. Factories, power plants, and cars have burned fossil fuels such as oil and coal. Humans have released extra greenhouse gases. The greenhouse gases carbon dioxide and methane have hit their highest levels in the past 420,000 years. The extent of Arctic Sea has declined about 10% in the last 3 years. Now you are going to practice. If you want, you can pause the video and develop the exercise, and the next slide we are going to see the answers. Now the answers. Earth's climate has changed over the past decades. Animals have suffered the global warming negative effects. Human activities have caused most of the climate problems. Many people all over the world have promoted campaigns to reduce the production of greenhouse gases. Sea level has increased over the past few years. Human health has been affected due to air pollution. I'm sure that you did the exercises very well, but if not, you can keep practicing in these pages that I found, where you can write your answers, and the page will give you an immediate feedback. Now you know the negative effects of global warming and the present perfect tense. Think about your own experience and write a few sentences about the negative effects that global warming has caused in your daily life. Don't forget to use present perfect. Thank you for watching this video and see you around. Bye! Now the sources and references.